It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10.
Yellow.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Chiefs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Here's second and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Mahomes now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a first and 10 at their own 22. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. On second down, a run with Hall. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw here? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Now on third and long. They'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there. Because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He finds Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A give running right is Hall. Brought down at the 20. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Hall again. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
First and goal from the 3. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. On play action, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
It's 2nd down and goal.
To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Runs through the contact. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball. To the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st down, Jets.
Hey, 88.
Give to Hall running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hall again on 2nd down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Anthony Schwartz, 36 yards. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Chiefs, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Attack, attack! Attack!
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's Hardman to return. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Rodgers going to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Yellow! Yellow, yellow!
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A good pickup there of 22.
Garrett Wilson. A gain of 22 yards. First down, New York.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A handoff for Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Hey, you block over here. 26.
And 12. At the Chiefs' 21-yard.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chiefs 7.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Hey, check 26. Check 30. Look at you.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Hey, 88.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over at 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running left, it's Hall. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
And quickly, they get to the line.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the counter, it's Hall. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And his kick is indeed good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he fends him off. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Jets have got it.
Onside kick recovered by the Jets.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Over.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Rodgers wants to change the look. Paul again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team thought they let one get away in the opener, and not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught by Woods for a Kansas City touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And all the Chiefs have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Hey, 88.
Here's Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one covers 24.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Rodgers looking to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They'll run here with Hall.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Rodgers going to shift them around.
Rodgers to throw on third down.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Hey, take 20, take 30.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Jets add 6 to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Yellow.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defense